Hey, this is just a short video companion piece to a bit I recently did over at MyIGN titled 8.0 is not enough, looking at review scores and what standards people set for games. I think IGN does a really good job with their reviews. I feel like a body texture of review is reflected in its score and vice versa. I don't think you're very really surprised at what a score should be after reading a review. I know it's a 100-point scale, but I still really think it's a really good job. But for most people, I think the cutoff point to what is a must-buy game is really high. Over the past 3 years on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, there were an average of 28 games that scored better than an 8.0. And I don't think most people could play through them all. So when you see a game like the recently reviewed Dead Space 3 get a 7.8, I really think most people stop and hesitate before buying that game, just because games are expensive and require a lot of time, and it's probably a very good game, but it's not a great or amazing game. And if you've only got a finite amount of time and money, why would you invest that in a good game when there's so many great and amazing games you could try? Like, 28 games in a year, I think very few people would play through all those games. And even if you were selective of what genres and types of games you would like, you'd still, 12 games in a year, $60 a pop, that's a game a month. And while I know that there's dry summer seasons and all that, that's kind of going away a bit. Games seem to be released all throughout the year. There's always a huge amount of games available. So you've really got to wonder, what constitutes a positive score in this market of super high competition? There is so many excellent games that you can get away without playing anything that's not excellent, and you still play a lot of games. Most people work jobs and have occupations they have to do during the day, so why should they look at a game that has a 7.8 score and play that when they can play excellent games? They can always only play the best of the best, the cream of the crop, and still get a good experience. Now again, that's not saying IGN's review score is anything's wrong with it. Nothing's wrong with it. The thing that's, if you can call it a problem, is the absolute massive amount of games that are being released. 28 games is a lot of games, and I know some people might have franchises or certain genres that they follow. But if you're kind of like me, who doesn't have any set franchises, set patterns, or set types of games I'd like to follow, I'm sure getting away with playing just the best of the best is enough. And when you see a game that gets that slightly lower score, or that 7.8, and I know a score isn't everything, but anyway, just play with me for a second, you might hesitate and say, no, that score is a good score, but it's not good enough, because there's all these other games I can play. Sorry for rambling on, I hope I make a little bit of sense. Thanks for watching. I know a lot of people probably have a lot to say about this. There's already a few comments on the blog post. I'm not trying to start a flame or trying to diss IGN. I read IGN a lot, as you might have guessed. So leave your comments. I mean, I'll try to respond to you, but I'm not going to start throwing fireballs. Thanks for watching, and subscribe and check me out on MyIGN, and I'll see you next time.